and gentlemen, we're on to part 2 of my e-liquid reviews, the fantastic e-liquids that are produced in Malaysia. Flavour Hub kindly sent these to me for review, so I did not pay for these, they were sent to me for the purpose of this review. As you can see here, we've got 3 of the 5 available within the range, and they are 60ml bottles. Today we're going to talk about strawberry. Now this was the one that I was most excited about trying because it looks awesome, it smells amazing. As soon as I opened the packaging, I got the smell of it, and I really liked the smell that I got. The bottle looks fantastic, and I did mention this in the last one. Fantastic. I did mention this in the last video that this is not Fantasy. It's a different brand. It's very similar, different brand, but it looks quite the same, and I think they share fairly similar profiles with the flavours, but it's a different company. I've had that confirmed by Flavour Hub themselves. And this strawberry one this would be second place for me out of the 3 that I tried. Again, I feel like it's quite a bitter, soury type of taste, but I really like sour things, but this is not the type of sour that I like. I feel like the flavour could do with being a little bit stronger. Smell wise and fragrance wise, it's fantastic. As soon as I take the lid off, I can actually smell it from here now already, and it does smell brilliant. It reminds me of the triangle lollies. If you live in the UK, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think they're called Jubblies or Jubilees or something like that, but I will get a picture up on the screen now. It reminds me a lot of those lollies, and it's like a tart strawberry. And I know that strawberry is quite a difficult flavour to reproduce in anything but a natural strawberry, because if you've ever tried strawberry e-liquids, if you've ever tried strawberry protein shakes, even strawberry milkshake, it doesn't actually taste like strawberries. It's difficult to get a good strawberry with it. So I'll take my hat off that they've tried and they've done quite well. But for me, the implementation of the WS23, which is the cooling agent, ruins this flavour. If this was just a strawberry with that tanginess, it would be like strawberries that were fresh and were not quite ripened yet and were just a little bit tangy and would be nice, but the cooling ruins it in this for me. It's a big thing within Malaysia, there's always cooling in there, but I don't think it needs it in this one. The flavour itself would be quite nice without that cooling, but I think it conflicts with it, and the tanginess with the cool, it doesn't go for me. It just doesn't work for me. I like cool stuff, really like cool stuff, and I think it's very good with certain berries when they're sweet, but with this, because it's a tangy berry, it just doesn't work for me. That being said, it's nice. I can still vape it. I can still go through a tank full of it, and by the end of it I'm thinking, it's time for a change now, but I'll make it through the tank. I'm not there vaping it going, oh, this is disgusting. It's certainly not disgusting. It's sweeter than the lemon and lime one that I reviewed, you can see on my channel. It's got a little bit more sweet to it than that, but it's not the sweet that we associate with traditional premium juices. Now I know that that's not always a good thing, because not everybody wants them loaded with sweeteners and stuff, but for something that is as bright red and as over the top as this, and what you would kind of associate with strawberries being sweet, I think it's not quite there. It could do with a little bit more. That being said, it's not a bad liquid, as I said. Score out of 10, I'd say probably 6.5 with this one, because that cooling ruins it for me. If you got rid of the cooling, I reckon we'd be looking about a 7.5, maybe even a touch higher. But the cooling ruins it for me. And I know the reason why people from Malaysia put it cooling in their liquids is because it's such a hot country and it's nice for them to cool down and whatnot, but it doesn't have to be in everything. It doesn't have to be in every single flavour, and for this one, it's a prime example of the fact that it's probably better without it. So that's that. That's for me. As I said, second place within the 3 that I tried of the range. Can't compliment them and Flavour Hub enough on the service. Packaging, fantastic. Unicorn bottle, 60ml, with a childproof cap and a little needle nose on the end of it. Perfect. Can't say anything wrong with that. The labels look great, and the branding is obviously very close to a certain carbonated beverage we know. But in terms of actual flavour, again, it could just do with a little bit of refinement for me to make it my personal preference. So that's me, Mike the Vaper. Make sure you go onto Twitter and follow Flavour Hub. Again, as with the last video, I will put all the information in the description, and it's hashtag fantastic flavour, flavour spelled F-L-A-V-A. You can search for Flavour Hub on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook as well. And that's pretty much it. So there's my review of the fantastic strawberry flavour. It's alright, it's not great, it's not bad. Next up will be the final one in the range, which is the grape. So make sure to check out my YouTube channel. You can find me on Twitter at MikeTheVaper, find me on Instagram at MikeTheVaper. You can also find me on YouTube with my own URL now, which is www.youtube.com/MikeTheVaper. So thanks very much for your time, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.